We do monthly or sometimes bi-weekly even demos to the community as a best practice for us to keep tabs, keep the community involved, and also seek feedback from the community on what we're building. We got funded for two things, the quadratic voting and funding, as well as the mentor-mentee bounties and e-learning in Fund 8. There was, I believe, almost 2 months ago. Thank you. 2,000 people plus voted. So we are here today to share our progress. Quite transparently, there has been, 2 to 3 weeks delay on some of the technical implementations, but we're still on track for delivery by end of July, which is next month. I have a couple of my co-founders. Frank couldn't make it, who's leading the Web3 team because he's a little bit under the weather, but he says hello. And his team members will step in for him today. Now, I do have James here with me, who is my co-founder, and perhaps Beatrice as well, who may be in meetings and may join us later. I think we're all very excited to hear more, even for me. Just been super heads down with writing F9 proposals, but we've been super excited to hear more from our Web3 team on the implementation of quadratic voting and funding and any other updates they may have. So who is representing our Web3 team now? I see Curtis.
I'm here. I'm looking.
I see Sean.
Attendance list. Yeah. So it looks like Sean and I are the only ones here right now. Tazos and Kayon are heads down trying to get the material for this presentation.
Okay, cool. So we can go with. Should we wait for them then? And let a different team go first?
Yeah, if another team has some material, then let's do that.
Cool. So let's go with the web team, the Web2 team. I see we have Beatrice just joined. Kevin's here. A lot of people are here. Ed, welcome. Beatrice, you ready? Logan, welcome.
What's up, Nen? How are you doing?
Good.
What's up, Logan?
What's up, James? Good to see you guys.
Always, man.
Always.
Beatrice, I think we may be able to hear you, but there may be something wrong with your mic. Well, I can hear just very quietly.
Okay, so can you start it with another team before Web2 because I'm waiting for 2 is not joining yet.
Okay, all right. So James, you're first.
All right, so a couple things I'm going to be going over for this. So I know I've went over the designs before. I'm going to do it real quick to go over the designs one more time, just so you guys can see. And then I will be going over the website that has already been launched and what to expect as we continue moving forward. Okay, so let me share my screen. All right, can everybody share see my screen?
Yeah,
perfect. Okay, so as like I said, just going through some of the designs that we came up with on the design team. And as you can see, this is the website that kind of goes over a little bit more information as far as what we do, how we do it, just to give you, kind of our brochure site of things. Our about section, what we're aiming to do and the people behind it. Also ability to join our community on Discord. And for businesses as well, so they can get a better understanding of everything that they'll be able to do here within Snapbrillia. And once again, our community. So as you can see, we have all of our social networks up, as well as being able to quickly join straight into our Discord. So with that, this is the new snapbrillia.com that is launched. As you can see, there are a few things that have been altered right off the bat, which is the join launch waitlist, which anybody can click, and that will take you to our product hunt page where you can sign up and subscribe. So you'll get firsthand information as far as when we are going to be launched. As you can see here, the buttons have been removed for the time being, but it does give you a general idea of everything that we're going to be focusing on. As soon as we go live, we'll be able to incorporate all of the links to everything that's supposed to happen. We have our About section. And forgive me, my internet's running extremely slow, doing multiple things at once. And you'll see we already have a lot of our people in place as far as the people that have been working on this project with us, the ability to join our community as well. And for the business side of things, we have this information here as well. So as you can see, we've made great progress on the website side of things. Also within our community section, we do have all of our links here that anybody can join and follow along. Now for the remaining of the designs. So this is our Explorer, right? So this is all of our bounties. As you can see here, you can click on bounties. You can express interest as a mentor, a mentee, or as an individual. Say you wanted to do it as a mentor, gives you a brief information about what it means to be a mentor. And you can save and continue, create your office hours, and confirm. And then after you confirm, you have an active team, and you're just waiting for mentees to come in, fill in their information, and join your team. And once they confirm they're now part of the team, you'll see that once the bounty has been, or once everybody on the team has been approved, you can then go to the team page where you can then launch into the IDE, which of course would be first is the EEO form to go through. So we have that data and we can present that. You'll be able to see who is on your team. You'll be able to join within discussions between you, your team, as well as the company. And you'll be able to see the Git history of everybody that's on the team as well. Once you have a completed team and you as a mentor have won, you now have also the option to provide payments to your mentees as well. So say, for example, if you have mentees that are doing really, really well and did a lot of the effort alongside you, you can actually give them some of the cash out as well. As we continue, you see you still have all of the information, but we also added the peer review option where you'll be able to leave a review for each of the peers that you worked with, as well as the mentor. So that is the bounties section. You'll see we also have teams only sections, and we also have abilities to let you know that mentors are available. Moving on to grants. From here, you'll be able to create grant proposals, go through a pretty simple flow, and once you accept, you'll see everything's here. And then you can also click on one and then see who's contributed and see if there's any similar grants to it as well. If you decide that you want to fund this one, you just click here, select your wallet, select your amount, confirm, make sure everything is correct. You can also remove and then purchase. You can connect your wallets this way, plus you have your notifications of everything that is going on throughout the system. You can also view cart and go through and set it up this way as well. So I believe that's pretty close to everything on the design side. I can't think of anything else. So unless there's any questions, I will pass it over back to you, Nit.
Awesome. Thank you, James. You're also in charge of the IDE, building it out, right? The Cloud Collaborative IDE. Can you share with the community, like, what is the progress, or what is the struggle, and what type of help you would need?
Yes, so we are currently, we have it built and working to an extent for assessments. We are currently in process of getting it to work within bounties as well. So anytime that you are accepted into a bounty, what it's going to be doing is taking your and creating a branch for you on that specific GitHub account, specifically just for you, which we also have the Snapbrillia GitHub app that we've created that would be mandatory for any bounty creator to have within, to have on their GitHub account. Once that is there, we now have access, so we'll be able to see specifically which branch has been pushed. We'll also be able to see any pull requests, and we'll be able to see if those get accepted. Once those are accepted, we now know that that bounty is complete, and then the funds can be paid out at that point. So that's one side of the IDE. The other side of the IDE is we are working and building a self-hosted version on a Docker image of a Haskell Plutus playground, to where we have everything set up and ready to go right out of the gate. So you would easily be able to launch this Docker image on your own server, and anyone on your team will be able to immediately start working within the Haskell Plutus area without having to worry about making sure that the environment is set up correctly and everything else. It'll all be done automatically.
Awesome. Thank you, James. Is there any support or help that you would need from the community, or if you could ask?
One of the biggest ones right now at this point is the build out for that Docker image for the Haskell Plutus. So anybody that's in our community on the Discord channel has the time and has the resources, can reach out to me on there under my name, and we can quickly get on a call and go over some of the issues and hurdles that I've ran into with creating that Docker image.
Awesome. Thank you, James. So if anyone in the community, if you're with us here or gonna watch this later on Swarm, please reach out. It's just James Willingham at Snapbrilla.com. Right, we'd love to get your help. Is it still deliverable in July, James?
Yes.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you. All right. Beatrice, I see Du and Kuang and everyone from your team is here. So popcorn to you.
Yes, thank you, thank you. So they joined the other, they joined the wrong URL. So that's why they told me. I'm glad they are here now. We're gonna present you guys what we are working on. You see most of the everything that James just present on the design team. Most of them are already created, especially from the front end. So now we are working in the back end to make the connection between because what we do, we create two repositories, and now we're making the connection between the two of them. So the one repo is just mostly with the user that creating the bounties, and then the other repo is the candidate or the other user that execute the bounties. So that's what we're gonna show you right now. So I think one of two will demonstrate that when the bounty is creating, and then all the interest that the candidate can express from the bounty, and then also it will demonstrate the grant as well from the creating of the grant and until show you all to buy a grant or purchase it until done. So two, popcorn to you.
Hello, guys. I'm the senior developer from Snapbrillia. Give me 1 second. With the bounty, we can create a new bounty. Click to the GitHub. We're gonna select the GitHub link forever. It's gonna be the bounty demo. We're gonna team only. Let's set it for 40 hour. They give it 4,444. For the server, it's gonna be the bounty demo right here. And give me 1 second. Let me open the client side.
Baby.
You see, we have a bounty demo right here. We can do with the we can interest at the individual mentor or mentee, we just need to fill in and save it. We can add individual, and after that, we're gonna be redirect to the bounty bay. Anyway, we can do add the mentee and try to set up everything. Yeah, that's it for the bounty bay, and let's go to grant bay. Well, we have two grant right here. You can add to cart, and then you can check out your cart. I have two of them, so I can like bank cash 1,000 or 10,000, crypto wallet, just bank cash. confirm and project. Yeah. And here I go. That's it. Anyone?
Thank you.
Yeah.
So that, like I told you guys, we are in the process now to create the connection between the user and the server. So that's the work we are doing. Thank you too for this great demo. And then if you have any question, so just feel free to ask us, and we will answer you. Back to you, Anil.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Great demo, good progress. If there's a lot more pieces that we were able to show in different demos. So I wish I could string all the demos together so you can see things coming together. Last but not least, I want to ask the Web3 team. I see Kayan here, Paul, Sean, and many others actually. Yash, popcorn to you guys, since Frank is not here, and Curtis.
Okay. So what I'll just cover the flow diagram of the smart contract itself, and then I'll popcorn over to Kayan to go through building some of the transactions.
Awesome.
Go ahead and start sharing.
Can you give us a little bit of context before you hop in?
Wait a second.
Or are you going to explain the context? Awesome. Thank you.
I mean, yes. Kayan, do you have any input for at least preparing the context for this flow diagram?
He may have connection issues. If you're talking,
Yeah.
Kayan, you're muted. He's also joined twice. Anyways, back to you, Curtis.
Okay, no worries. So what we're looking at is the quadratic voting smart contract itself, and kind of going over the flow. Let's see. Sorry. Yeah, I was having mic issues. But as we begin, we have a reference UTXO from the key holders to mint the NFT that we're going to use for authentication and authenticity. And that's going to go into the Genesis transaction itself and communicate with the QVF script address. And I'm sorry for this dry PowerPoint death, but the first UTXO that's sitting at the script address will carry some of the ADA, obviously the required minimum, plus the minted NFT, and the initial state of the contract as its datum itself. Then depending on how you're going to interact with the script address itself, because you have options over here. You can register a new project, you can donate to an existing project, contribute to the prize pool, distribute the prizes, and ending the funding round itself. And this can only be performed by the key holder, him or herself. So depending on which action is initiated, it may require some extra UTXO coming from the user. And then that's going to build the transaction, again, interact with the script address, and then the output of that will be a UTXO that carries the NFT for authentication. It must have the properly updated datum attached to it. And this is going to be based on the redeemer given to the transaction itself. And then it must be sent back to the script address itself. And hopefully Kayan can get his mic working. Sean, I see you're here. Do you have any points to add to this?
No, I think you pretty much covered it all.
Awesome. So this is for this is for calculating the voting power on quadratic voting, or is it for sending or collecting money for quadratic funding, or both?
Essentially, both, the way I'm understanding it, right? So when someone wants to create a new project, they would interact with this QVS script address if they want to donate to it or contribute to it. And then when we're closing, when you go to close, you're still communicating with the same script address. You're just calling that particular action. And as long as you've provided the proper inputs and datum, then it'll process that transaction.
Awesome.
And I know we're hoping to, we have built out some CLI scripts so that we can interact with the contract itself. And that's, I think, what Keon was going to review, is going through some of those scripts, but we may not be able to if his mic's not working.
Hey, Keon, let's do a quick mic check. Okay, so what I can do with Keon is I will create a new Google Meet meeting. I will put it here. And also ping him on Slack. And then I know Google Meet should work. Oh, different link, sorry. And there, and I'll share my screen here. So while we're setting this up, in the meantime, do you guys need any help from the community? Curtis, Sean, Yash?
We've really been in contact with quite a few communities out there already. So it's all been very informational and very helpful to talk with some of the developers out there, ADAL and Roots. So I think we're getting down to all the content that we need. And if we have questions, we seem to have access to the right people. So as far as I'm aware, I don't think we have any requests from the community at this time.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so thank you, Curtis. Awesome to hear that we've got already a lot of support from everyone. Keon is on the bridge with me on Google Meet. I will stop sharing and I will share Keon's. Give me 1 second. Can you see? Keon, you want to do a mic check?
I'm sharing my screen. Is everything?
Yeah, we can see it, and we can hear you as well, right? On Zoom.
All right.
Awesome. Those Zoom
Okay.
presentation hacks here.
All right. So what we've done here is a custom. I'm sorry, Nin. I'm hearing an echo. It's
I will
hard.
remove you from the Zoom, just for now.
All right.
Cool. I'll rejoin later. Cool.
Okay. Shall I continue?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I can't hear anything because I'm removed. But so I will go on. So the idea is to basically generate a custom CLI application that allows us to basically avoid using PAB, as it is not in a very production-friendly state right now. So the custom application allows us to create any datum that we want based on the kind of interaction that the user is intending to have with the smart contract. So we can basically construct a scenario and test our on-chain validation logic based on a bunch of predefined arguments with the CLI application. So as you can see, we can start initiate basically the first datum, which is basically an empty list of projects. And further interactions will be meaningful if we add a project first, which consists of their wallet address and their label of their project and the amount of money that they have requested to be funded. So we can keep updating the datum. As you can see, we've provided the first datum here, which we had generated here as our initial datum. And we are producing a new datum to provide to the transaction that's intended to trigger this action. So in the next scenario, we are providing the datum that was previously generated and producing a new datum. And also the redeemer of each action is also generated. So this is basically the whole capability of the CLI application. And of course, the primary one is the redeemer file that triggers the distribution of all the prizes. So this is all we have at the moment. We couldn't, we were a bit short on time to actually present a more entertaining demo.
Yeah, thanks, Kian. Really appreciate it. I know I told you guys only last night, hey, by the way, tomorrow we have a demo. So great job. By the way, this demo will happen again in a month. Okay, so I'm giving you advance notice starting today. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you for having me.
Yep. You can rejoin us on Zoom if you'd like. So, yeah. All right. And then last but not least, we have the SSI team or the DS team. I see a couple people here. Daniela, I know Dennis gonna make it. Yash is here. Are you guys ready?
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Daniela, you're here?
Yes.
Is she here?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yeah.
So,
Takes a while to find the mute button.
you want to represent or the screen? Or?
Yes, I can show you some progress we have here. 1 second.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but on the SSI team, you guys have been implementing the Atala Hyperledger Aries and Atala Prism enterprise custodial wallet, right? The backend that will power our proof of repetition and decentralized IDs. So popcorn to you, Daniela. Thanks for joining.
Okay, so let's just move this. So I have created sub wallet for Alice. Okay, this is the issuer. And in here we have Bob. It's another sub wallet. Okay. So we have the token for both of them. Okay, the token. And after creating the sub wallet, which gives the token to get the authorization. I moved to create the DID, right? So here is the wallet DID for Alice. And in here is the wallet DID for Bob. Okay. The next is create an invitation from Alice, the issuer. And Bob received the invitation. Next is a schema to the ledger from Alice and from Bob. Create a credential definition. Then from Alice, we have create any accept an invitation, right? So 1 second, 1 minute. Okay. Check.
You can search.
Yes. So after create invitation from Alice, Bob will receive the invitation, which after the definition. So he send the receiving invitation. And then the next will be the
accept
the invitation from Bob from the deed extent. 1 second. Okay. Okay. Accept the invitation from Bob. And then after that, you will Alice will accept the request. 1 second. Okay. So, and this is, they are connected, so it's an agent connected to the instance. So once we have the token, we get the authorization, they are connected. So that's how it is. Okay.
Yeah. So this is how we connect two wallets. It may not look very intuitive right now, but like I get to implement the graphical interface for that, but that is how it works underneath. Like we are making API request call to both interfaces. So the left side, what you're seeing right now, and the right side, both are like different agents, different wallets connecting to each other. And they can connect each other via like a public ledger or like privately. So if like anybody has any doubt, they can ask right now.
Yeah, I believe Frank, who had the GUI implementation, he's under the weather, he's sick today, unfortunately. But I did put in the chat the GUI implementation, both on the front end and back end. There's also a more up-to-date demo from Dennis, where he shared the.
Yes, that's a very good one. It is completed.
That one is
Yeah.
both back end or front end, or just back end. Do you know?
I mean, like
it is the
most
front
of
end
the
because it has the instance.
Okay, so I'll upload it. while we chat, and then I'll put the link in the chat too.
Yeah.
James,
It's
you have a
both.
question? Thanks for joining us.
Oh no, I'm just
Chilling.
listening.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Cool, man.
This is all very interesting.
Thank you. Thank you for
You're
joining.
welcome, brother. You're welcome.
Cool. So that's most of our teams. I do want to circle back to our Web2 team. Actually, let's finish with the SSI team. Do you guys need any help from the community? Danielle, Yash?
I mean, like right
Ask
now
for
we are
anything.
like mostly towards just the Aries framework because we all know that like Prism is gradually improving, and like we're just kind of like waiting for a time where like we can maybe move to the full Prism based framework. But right now what we have is based on like Hyperledger, so
Yeah.
the future, so in future maybe like we might have to migrate to Prism, maybe might
That's
have
the
to
plan.
find information. Yeah,
That is the plan. Unfortunately, Prism is right now still on testnet. We will get access to mainnet, and one of the actually not one of the but the first commercial partner to Prism in probably finalizing the papers probably within a month. So then you guys we're gonna deploy on Aries first, then deploy on Prism testnet. I think that's already done. That work's already done, right? And then deploy on Prism, migrate to Prism once we deploy it on prod, probably in August.
Yep.
Does that timeline sound feasible, guys?
Yeah.
More or less? Okay, awesome.
The fact that we are working on both frameworks like makes us believe that it is like possible to keep the red.
Yeah, and we're also making it W3C open badge version 3 interoperable, and there's a lot of different companies like IBM and Walmart and different universities building that interoperability. So we can bring the Prism and Aries interoperability to that credential, to the education and skill credential community. And I'm very excited for that. Actually, we have a proposal in F9 to actually make the interoperability even better, and to bring zero knowledge proofs to Prism, all in due time. Thank you, guys. So I want to circle back to the Web2 team. Beatrice, do you guys have any questions from the community? Any way the community can help?
No, I don't have any. I don't have any requests for now.
Awesome.
So if I have anything, I will let them know. Thank you.
Are we on track?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So by the next month we will be able to launch the web app.
Wait, so is it next month or just the next month?
Next month, for sure. Next we will.
Okay, awesome.
Something,
Thank
yeah.
you. Just confirming. James, you have a joke?
Like.
I was about to say that just extended my timeline a little bit.
Life is good all of a sudden, right? Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Wait, so is it always next month, or is it just next month?
It is in July. Let me make it clear. We're launching in beta in July.
2022.
2022. Yes, correct. Okay, so I do have product team on the call, and they've been trying to do usability testing with what we have with the some of the product flows and design flows, and maybe even dev flows. Josh, Justin, Sneha, do you guys want to share a little bit about what you guys are doing and what you need help from the community?
Hey, can everybody hear me?
Yep, you're good.
So product team, like Nina said, where we want to conduct some usability tests to kind of figure out if our navigation is working, if our users can do the thing they want to do on our product. So what we need really is just help, like testers. So if anybody in the community wants to reach out to me, Joss, I don't see Sneha on the call, but Fiona, we'll leave our contact information in the chat, and you can go ham.
What is the best way for them to reach out to you?
So I'll leave a Calendly up that Sneha, our other team member, created. I can also leave, I can also leave a email address that you can email.
Awesome. Actually, the best way, right, for the community to, I'm gonna put a link in our link tree, and the link tree link is simple. I'm gonna put it in the chat as well, and I'll put your calendar link in the link tree itself. Can you guys see my link tree?
Yep.
Here we go.
I can see it.
Right. So here is where people can actually go on and sign up for the early access. These are our Fund 9 proposals and Fund 10 challenge. Check out our website. If they wanted to test, they can join Discord, ping, hey, product, how do I become a tester? And read about F8, the stuff that they would be testing. And right here, I will add become a tester, right, link. And it'll link to the Calendly. So if you guys can put in the chats for community members right here on the call, they want to help test, would love and really appreciate your help. Otherwise, you know, and also feel free to share it with the Cardano community. There are 2 user types that we're looking for. One is a job seeker, right? If you are an active job seeker, a developer who wants to potentially compete for bounties on the platform or create grants and so on. And then the second use case is businesses, funded proposals, and teams who need to hire devs, want to post bounties or want to eliminate their technical debt, and people who are generally building on open source ecosystem. Does that sound about right, team?
Yeah, sounds good.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for the link. All right. I think that's a wrap. Unless anyone has questions. Afia, I see your
Well, actually, what I'm doing and how you can help. You already know the major thing that I do is I'm trying to organize the African community. It's been a bit difficult. You don't get a lot of people coming on board. So that's just my difficulty, getting the African community to be able to come together and the town hall to discuss how we can improve the continent, Africa. So that's what I'm doing. I don't know how you can help.
I will be there on Friday. So the African Town Hall is happening next Friday, right?
Next Friday, not Friday, next Friday.
Next Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific, whatever time that is for you. I apologize, I didn't join last time because I was just writing proposals. So I'm pretty sure it will be much better next week. Thank you. We'll be there to support. We love Africa. I just talked to a couple companies, World Mobile, that just announced a huge launch of their decentralized mobile networking, as well as GetEquity.io, who does fundraising, equity fundraising, and ICOs for startups across crowdfunding across Africa. Thanks for joining us. Anybody else has questions from the community? Awesome. If you don't, please feel free to get in touch. We invite you to our Discord. We're there like 24/7. And please help us test this product. We wanna hear from the Catalyst community and the Cardano community, whether you are here on the call now or you see it later on the YouTube Swarm video. Appreciate your time. Thanks so much. Thank you again so much for your support. Always, we wouldn't be here without you.
Hello. Before you leave, is it possible to present to the community sometime if you are free? Not just coming the next town hall, but anytime that you feel like you want to present to the community so that people would want to participate on your right?
I do plan on it. How about July 22nd, Afia? You want us to come and present?
Okay.
I have the form. I have the form here, actually.
Okay.
You see?
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll be there for sure, Afia.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for the opportunity to come and present and connect. Awesome.
Okay.
So that's a wrap. Thank you guys. See you in a month. Bye.